What is up, everybody? This is Dave Croft. It is Monday, August 5th, 2013, and welcome to week one here at Music Composition Programming. We are so excited to have you on board this month. It's going to be a really fun month, and we've got a lot to get through and a lot to go over, but I know that it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys, and hopefully by the end of this month, you're going to walk away with a track of your very own that you can put into your portfolio that really will represent your first complete piece of music that you've written on your own here at Full Sail. Like I said, my name is Dave Croft. I'm the course director here at Music Composition Programming. Very much a laid-back kind of guy. So every couple times a week, I will come to you and I will record a video just like this. We'll do it once on Monday and then again on Friday. On Monday, we'll be talking about things that are coming up during the week, and on Friday, we'll be looking towards the weekend and covering any issues or anything that may have come up over the course of the week. And so this is a platform really for us to communicate to you guys face to face, if you will, here in video form. So let's look at everything that's going on this week. On Tuesday, we have virtual class lecture number 1. You don't want to miss that. We're going to be going over specifically chapters 1 and 2 from the book. This is chord progression and groove. So we're going to be talking about that specifically on during the lecture, during the live class. You can register for virtual class in the virtual class activity. You can register once a week, or you can actually go ahead and register for them all at one time. Wednesday, you have your quiz number 1. Quizzes are due every Wednesday. This Wednesday is quiz number 1. Keep in mind that all quiz material comes from either the reading activities or the video lessons for the week. Also on Wednesday, we have your discussion 1. Those are your posts and responses. Those are due for your discussion 1. What we want you to do is find a piece of music that you think is an example of a really good piece of music and tell why. Citing any specific things that you're hearing, there is an example in the FSO activity for discussion number 1. The posts and responses are due on the same day, and they each need to be 200 words, so a 200-word post as well as a 200-word response. On Thursday, we have a virtual class lab number 1, and what makes the lab different from the lecture is that the lab provides hands-on tutorials for the projects themselves, looking at Logic Pro directly. We don't answer a lot of logic questions during the lecture. We save that for the lab. And the lab isn't necessarily kind of a reteaching of the lecture material. It is really hands-on to go over specifically the project in Logic Pro. On Friday, your Musician 1 assignment is due, and on Sunday, your Project 1 is due, as well as your Project 1 discussion. Those are your posts and responses. Your posts and responses are both due on the same day. And just as with discussion 1 on Wednesday, your Project 1 discussions need to be 200 words, 200-word posts, and a 200-word response. All assignments are due by 11:59 Eastern, and so that's what's coming up this week here in Music Composition Programming. A couple of notes just right off the bat. First of all, some common musician and Aurelia issues. Make sure that you're not using the cloud edition of Aurelia or Musician, but you're using the cloud connection. I know that can be a little confusing, but use the cloud connection. If you have a cloud edition, do not use that for this course because your logins won't work. Speaking of logins, please be sure to test out your username and password before Friday. After Friday, we won't be able to help you because Steve and myself are not available over the weekend, and we can't help you if your password doesn't work. So please check out your username and password before Friday so that if there's a problem, we can look at that. Also, about virtual class. I mentioned this earlier. About virtual class and the difference between the lecture and the lab. It is required that you either attend virtual class lecture or watch the archive. It's kind of like skipping class if you don't. Labs, however, are not required. They're strongly encouraged because we go over the project in great detail as well as we do a sample project live, but it's not required. Strongly encouraged, but not required. The virtual class lectures, however, are in the material presented during those lectures. You are responsible for knowing that material. Also, the virtual class archives are posted on the FSO dashboard, and they're under the virtual class archives announcement right there on the FSO dashboard. And those usually go up by the end of the day following. So Tuesday's virtual class archive will go up by the end of the day on Wednesday, typically before lunch. And finally, I just want to encourage you to join the MPR Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/MPR Full Sail. It's a cool place for alumni and current students of the MPR program to get together and share ideas and network and tips and cool articles and things like that. So that's just one way that we can continue the MPR community during and after your time with us. If you have any questions, there is my information, my email, as well as my iChat address, and there is Steve's information if Steve is your instructor, and there is Eric's information in case Eric is your instructor as well. Also, FSO support is available from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. 7 days a week, and the MPBS Tech and Music helplines are available 7 days a week from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let us know. Hopefully, we'll see you at virtual class lecture number 1 tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern. Until then, peace.